Todos creen que the cottage on the canal that keeps the kettle warm funciona con electricidad, pero la verdad es que no ha tenido un solo cable en más de 100 años. Tonight, the fire in that cottage will not go out. It hasn't in over 100 years. Not once. Let your shoulders come down from your ears. You don't have to keep anything going. The cottage will do the keeping for you. It waits where the canal bends, low and stone-built. Its one window the color of a lit match against the dark water. Inside, at the back of an old coal range, a kettle sits close to the embers. Never on the boil, never cold. Somewhere between the two, all night, every night. And there's a reason for that patience. A reason older than the electric wires that never came. The people of these waters had a name for a kettle gone cold. It was the one thing they never wanted to see. Stay with me, slow and unhurried, and I'll tell you why the steam mattered more than any word. Let your breath find the long, slow rhythm of water against stone. In and out. There's nothing you need to solve before morning. The cottage knows that feeling. Its walls have held a century of tired travelers who arrived cold and left warm. The floor is worn smooth in one path, from the door to the range, from the range to the chair by the window. Follow that path now in your mind. Feel the heat gather as you get closer to the fire. The air smells of wood smoke and wet wool drying on a line. A lamp burns low on the sill, turned down to almost nothing. Outside, the canal lies flat and black and calm. Inside, everything is soft edges and amber light. Your body can grow heavy here. The chair is deep, the blanket is thick, and the kettle, close to the coals, hums the smallest hum. Look closely and you'd see it. A thin skin of steam lifting off the kettle's spout. Rising, curling, gone, rising again. That soft breath of vapor is the whole story. To the boat families who once worked these canals, a warm kettle meant one simple thing. Life aboard, someone home, someone well. A cottage with steam at the window was a cottage you could tie up beside and trust. The families read the water the way we read a face, and the coldest signal of all needed no words at all. Just silence where the steam should be. So the fire stayed lit, not for tea, not for guests, for the message it sent across the dark to anyone drifting past. We are here. We are all right. Rest a while. That's the pact the cottage still keeps, long after the last working boat went quiet. Picture the canal at the blue end of a winter evening. The water holds the last light like a long ribbon of pewter. Reed stands still along the bank. Nothing hurries here. A single narrow boat drifts in from the mist, its lantern swinging slow at the bow. The boatman is tired to the bone. He has worked the lock since before dawn. His hands are cold. His breath clouds the air. And then, around the bend, he sees it. One window lit and gold. And above the chimney, the faint gray feather of smoke that means a kettle kept warm. His shoulders loosen. He knows this cottage. He has never met the woman inside. But he knows her fire will be waiting. That was the whole kindness of it. You did not have to knock to be welcomed. The warmth was already lit, hours before you came. Inside, the keeper of the cottage moves without hurry. You see her only as a shape against the window, a shawl about her shoulders, gray hair pinned loose. She has done this every evening for more years than she counts. She lifts the lid of the coal range and feeds it one small shovel of coal. Not too much, just enough to hold the glow till morning. She nudges the kettle a hand's width from the hottest coals so it warms but never screams. She has learned the exact distance by feel, close enough for steam, far enough for peace. Then she sits. The chair takes her weight with a familiar creak. Beyond the glass, the canal darkens from blue to ink, and she watches the water the way her mother watched it, and her mother before that, keeping the light, keeping the warmth, keeping the promise the fire makes to the night. But here's the part few ever learned. The fire was never only about the boats. Watch the embers settle in the grate, orange fading to soft rose, then breathing bright again. The keeper knew a quieter truth in that glow. A cold kettle frightened people more than any storm on the water, because silence, real silence, is the sound of something ended. And so the warmth she tended was never really for strangers passing by. It was a way of telling herself night after night that she was still here, still breathing, still able to do one small good thing before sleep. The Romans had a philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, who wrote that the world is nothing but change, one thing turning gently into the next. The keeper never read him. She simply lived it, one shovel of coal at a time, tending the small fire she could reach, letting the wide dark night take care of itself. Outside, the night grows deep and the fog rolls low across the water. It softens the far bank until the world shrinks to just the cottage and its glow. A moorhen tucks its head beneath a wing among the reeds. The last lock-up stream stands empty, its great wooden gates dark and dripping. No boats move now. The canal is a long black mirror, holding one small square of gold where the window burns. Somewhere a church bell counts a late hour, muffled and slow, and then lets the silence back in. This is the hour the old families trusted most, when the working day had let go its grip, when there was nothing left to do but keep the fire and rest. The water does not worry about tomorrow's cargo. The reeds do not fear the frost, and you listening now have nothing to carry into this hour either. Let the fog fold over it all. Back inside, the keeper pours herself a small cup from the warm kettle, not boiling, just warm enough to hold between two hands. She remembers the boatman she never truly met, the whistle of a man who passed each autumn, always singing low to his horse, the child who once waved from a coal barge, a mittened hand small against the gray, the old woman who taught her this cottage and this fire and this exact and gentle distance from the coals. All of them gone on down the water now, the way everyone eventually goes. And she feels no sharp grief in it, only a soft gratitude warm as the cup. They came, they were welcomed, they went on. That was always the shape of it. The fire outlasts each traveler, yet burns for everyone. She sips, the clock ticks, the blanket over her knees is heavy and kind. Down at the lock, the old ironwork sleeps under a film of dew. Great riveted beams, a windlass worn silver where 1,000 hands once turned it. Cold metal now, resting in the dark, its long day of lifting boats long done. There is a peace in machinery at rest, in tools set down. The keeper's coal range is the same, in its way. All day it labors, warming water, drying wool, holding back the damp. And now at night, it too eases into a low and steady glow, working just enough to keep its one promise, and no more. Nothing here is straining. Nothing here is rushing to finish. The lock will lift its boats again when morning comes. The range will boil in earnest at dawn. But for now, everything that can rest, rests. Even the iron, even the fire, even you sinking a little deeper into the dark. The tired boatman has tied up now, just past the cottage bend. His narrow boat rocks the gentlest rock against the mooring rope. His own small lamp glows behind a curtained window, answering the cottage light across the water. Two little fires in a great dark valley, keeping each other company through the night. He does not need to visit. He does not need to speak. Seeing the steam was enough. Knowing the kettle was warm was enough. That was the whole language of these waters, spoken without a single word. Warmth answering warmth. Presence answering presence. The rope creaks softly. The water laps. And slowly, one by one, the reasons to stay awake let go of him, the way they are letting go of you. There is nothing left to watch for. The signal has been given. All is well along the canal tonight. In the cottage, the keeper turns the sill lamp lower still, until only the fire lights the room. Shadows grow soft and vast along the old stone walls. She banks the coals for the night, drawing ash over them like a gray blanket, so the heat will hold slow and deep until dawn. The kettle she leaves exactly where it lives, close to the warmth, breathing its thread of steam into the dark. She has done all she can do, and no more is asked of her. Tomorrow will bring its own boats, its own weather, its own small tasks. Tonight is already complete. This is the quiet certainty the old keepers carried. You tend the fire within your reach. You let the river carry the rest. And having kept the one warmth that was yours to keep, you are allowed at last to rest. Now let it all begin to blur. The gold of the embers, the black of the water, folding into one another until you cannot tell the fire from its reflection. Steam rising, breath rising, the slow tide of your own chest lifting and settling. There is nothing left to picture clearly now. You can let the cottage drift. You can let the canal drift. You can let the warm kettle keep its patient hum somewhere just out of sight. Still there, still glowing, whether you watch it or not. That was always the gift of it. The fire does not need your worry to keep burning. It asks nothing of you but that you rest beside it. So let the images loosen and fade. Let the warmth stay. If sleep is near, you may go to meet it. The cottage will hold the light without you. The last lamp is out now. Only the embers remain, breathing soft rose in the dark. No wires, no switches. Just a fire 100 years old, keeping its gentle promise to the night. The kettle rests where it always rests, close to the warmth, never cold. The canal holds its still black mirror. The cottage holds its light, and you can let go now, carried on that thread of steam. Somewhere along the water, the fire stays warm. Sleep well. The harbor holds. Good night.